Hey, Chief.
Hello, President.
How are you? We're not going to get through this.
Eric, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, sir.
Good. So I've got a lot of questions for you, and they start with this. Where does your joy come from? Because every time I see you, you're always happy. You're having a great time. Where does it come from?
It comes from the people and the environment here and the relationships that I've built and keep building on. And just happy to be getting up in the morning. I feel blessed. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. And HSU has been a big part of that.
What is it about Hardin-Simmons students, though, that get you excited, that you love?
It's the interaction they have with me and law enforcement community. They do not shy away from making contact with us, discussing their personal lives, their professional school lives, or they just they enjoy the conversation with us.
That's good. Well, I love it that you engage with them and your whole team, because I really think y'all embody and show the heart of the university in a different way, and in different situations, and I appreciate y'all doing that. When you came to Hardin-Simmons, what is the one thing that impressed you about the faculty and staff?
My interaction with them, for example, you're very approachable, you're everywhere. There's many people, Stacy Martin, Mike Mulholland, Chris McNair, Jody McGoy, the professionalism, but also the personal touch that's there. Even though I'm law enforcement, even though I'm the chief now, prior to that, hey, come on in, sit down, have a glass of water, have a cup of coffee, where are you from, who are you? Getting to know people is truly like a family.
Do you think that's typical for West Texas, or is that just Hardin-Simmons?
Well, I haven't been here long. I moved here about 6 years ago.
Where from?
I was originally in the Williamson County, Texas area, and then I was in Mason, Texas.
Yeah, Mason's a great place.
Yes, and I moved up here from Mason, but what I've discovered is that everybody here is just very friendly, and I guess they call it the Key City or the Big Friendly, as Dr. McGraw would say.
That's right. So you like to joke around.
Yes.
And you also know Spanish, I hear.
Muy poquito. It's very little.
That means very little. Thank you for always interpreting.
I'm sorry.
We always need an interpreter. What do you do for fun? Because you're always having fun at work, but when you get away from work, what do you do for fun?
Me and my wife love to antique.
Really?
Antique shopping. We call it antiquing.
Okay.
PBS Antique Roadshow,
Yes.
the British version, and here are one of my favorite shows.
Where do you go? What do you do? I mean,
we go all over. We go to Colorado. We go all over Texas, small towns.
What are you looking for?
Anything and everything, whatever we stumble upon. Yeah.
What is it about antiques that you like? Because you could do coins. You could go.
The history. When you pick up recently in a nearby area, I think it was in Coleman, Texas, I bought an old jar that has the date of like 1875, 1876 on it. And just the thought process of where that bottle once sat in either a business or someone's kitchen, the person that held that bottle, what they used that bottle for, just the thought process of that and the history of that just intrigues me. But I also like to research historical figures, mostly Old West figures. And I like to go to where their final resting place was, and I like to research them, and there's many in this area.
Any specific one that comes to your mind, or a hero that you know that you've visited that was an interesting find?
Well, I don't know if I'd call him a hero, but in Billy the Kid, the gentleman that rode with Billy the Kid that went by the name Doc, and Kiefer Sutherland played him in Young Guns 1 and 2, is buried in Eastland County, and I have been there.
Really?
Yes, to that area.
Where in Eastland?
Oh, it's a downtown area.
I'm glad you're here. I appreciate how you spread your joy to the students and the faculty and staff. You always keep us on our toes. Most of the time, I'm about 3 sentences behind you, catching up to all the jokes that you're saying. And if I'm laughing and it's delayed, it's because I just finally got it. But I really do appreciate you being here and your mindset and your attitude. You exemplify Hardin-Simmons in the heart.
Well, I appreciate it. I love being here. Actually, this really was my saving grace coming here. This really, I wasn't always this happy, honestly. And Hardin-Simmons has been really good for me.
That's good.
And
well,
so
I'm
proud to be here.
You keep passing it on.
Thank you.